What's up, everyone? Tag a friend and let them know we're about to get into it.
Welcome to the SpeakHer Podcast with your host, Camille Essick, the podcast where creators and innovators connect. Let's get started.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I'm your co-host, Jonathan. Camille will be here shortly. Before we begin, be sure to hit that notification bell and subscribe.
Keep the SpeakHer Podcast ad-free. Scan the QR code and buy me a coffee. Your support keeps us ad-free as we continue to bring you conversations impacting the community and the culture.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the show. Please share this and tag a friend who needs to hear this.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. This is Camille Essick. I'm host of the SpeakHer Podcast. This is the podcast where innovators and creators connect. What I need you to do right now is hit that notification bell and subscribe. Follow me across all streaming platforms such as iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Pandora. We have an amazing conversation tonight. We're continuing our conversation regarding the psychology of money. If you missed the first conversation, we are doing part 2 of this as we continue to carve out the financial education corner of the podcast. I also want to let you all know that I am working and building out some things, which I'm going to let you know about later down the road. But I'm so excited, y'all. We are about 100 or so downloads away from hitting our 12,000 download goal. Faster than I anticipated, and we're now streaming in 93 countries and 1,213 cities. So the podcast is growing. And so if you haven't heard, I'm letting you know right now. We also have music available on Tidal. The SpeakHer Podcast soundtrack is available. It's out there right now. I do have music videos on my YouTube channel, but you can also stream on the go on Tidal. But as we get into this financial education, my sis is back, the one and only phenomenal TracEy Powell. She's here. So I want everyone to welcome TracEy back to the show.
Glad to be here.
Absolutely. So those that don't know who you are, just give the people a little bit of your background as far as who you are and what you do.
Well, I am TracEy Powell. I am an author. I am a financial specialist. I am an office leader for the Economic Empowerment Resource Center for Pinnacle Bank. I am a facilitator of business masterminds, consumer masterminds. I'm HUD certified counselor. I am a public speaker and the author of Good Girl Trauma Is Not My Drama. So I've got a lot going on, realtor and all of those good things. So when it comes down to financial literacy, I'm all things that.
I love it. And then also, tell us a little more about this book and then where can people find that? Like, that sounds really cool.
Well, my book is Good Girl Trauma Is Not My Drama, and it's actually talking about healing from fond trauma, which is people pleasing. And just finding myself, finding my way. It tells a little bit of my story, and it's just how I walked through life being the nice girl. When the Lord never told me I had to be nice, but he did say you need to be kind. Wow. And so when you look at the differences, you start to realize that you're giving yourself away. And so I gave myself away to the point where I had an empty cup. And I was helping people from the dust in that cup. And I've learned to fill my cup up, and now I can help people from the overflow. So in essence, I've learned to love myself, the woman in the mirror. And that has flown over to how I treat my finances, how I treat my body, my health, my relationships, my family, and everything that has anything to do with me, even my spirituality and how I relate and talk to the Lord. And so when I looked at my life and what I needed to do to change and what I needed to do to elevate, I started to journal. And as I was journaling, I found that I was writing my story. And so Good Girl Trauma is Not My Drama came from that. And it can be found on my website at TracEyPowell.com. It can also be found on Amazon.
I like it. We may have to bring you back just to break this book down because that sounds like a good read. And I think a lot of us, particularly the ladies, I think that will make for really good conversation. So absolutely. Y'all go grab that. Not now because we're in this conversation, but at some point after the show, please go get that. And one of the reasons why you're here, the main reason why you're here is we're digging into the psychology of money. This is part 2 of our conversation as we venturing towards the road to home ownership. And so what I really want to do is just give you the floor. And those watching or listening, be sure that you are, hitting that subscribe button, like, comment, share, tag some people, and come on in. And if you have a question, please feel free to drop in the comments below. So Tracey, go ahead and take it away.
Well, awesome. And thank you, Camille, for allowing me to be a part of your show today. The psychology of money is very important to me because a lot of people look at money and they don't know that it's a tool to help you get the things that you need, to help you to move in the way you need to move. And a lot of times we look at it as, maybe I'm not supposed to have it or it's scary. But we have to understand that the psychology of money is not really about money at all. It's actually about how we think, how we feel, and how we behave around money. So, 2 people can make the same amount of money and they can live totally different lives, financial lives. And you say, well, how is that? Well, it's because of the way they think. It's their mindset, their experiences, and their emotional ties to money. So when you look at money and you think about the fact that it's emotional, it's not just logical, it is emotional. And so we look